State-of-the-art technology, innovative business strategies, behind the scenes, insights from cutting-edge users around the globe on 21st Century Business.
Welcome to 21st Century Business. I'm Jackie Bales. A serious threat faces our military, the aerospace industry, the medical and industrial fields. That threat from counterfeit electronic component distribution, mainly from the Asian Pacific Rim. Corporate America also faces a huge threat from this growing invasion. Introducing Mission Imposter, a program created by an independent lab called NJMet, created specifically to detect counterfeit electronics distribution. Today we're joined by the president and CEO of NJMet, Giacomo Federico. Welcome, Giacomo.
Thank you.
Also, his son, Joseph Federico, VP and Director of Operations for NJMet, is with us as well. Welcome to you, Joseph.
Thank you.
Joseph, give us a glimpse. What is at risk from the importation of all these counterfeit electronic components?
There is a big risk factor of military, aerospace, industrial, automotive, medical equipment that may contain these working cloned or counterfeit products. Mm-hmm. And the question here lies, how long is it going to work for?
Wow, scary. Now, Giacomo, your lab is the first in the world that's dedicated to detecting this counterfeiting. So tell us about Mission Imposter.
Well, we come up with the Mission Imposter because we started to have failure into the component. After the 9/11, they really came down hard, and so we said, what name we should put it down? That's how we come up with a name. And we took a trip to China, and we went inside where they do work, and if you see it's a big operation, which is big production, and the people they used to put to their work, they make some money for living, but they don't know what this component they go into. They have no idea how to take care of it, how to touch them, how to do it, which is the wrong way how to do that. And the way they do keep them is like a supermarket, so it's no way how to take care of the electronic parts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For more on this, let's go to this 21st Century Business Field Report.
In 2003, Joseph Federico began extensive research worldwide, investigating counterfeit electrical component distribution.
Originally, we were the first lab to start detecting hundreds of counterfeit components of the like. And then suddenly throughout the years, it's clearly thousands and thousands of counterfeit or highly suspect components.
NJMet's trained engineers use a state-of-the-art multi-step inspection detection process to identify counterfeit and cloned products.
Once the components are failed, the customer is notified immediately of the failure mode. A report is then generated, and then the parts are shipped back to the customer effective immediately.
NJMet's primary goal is to ensure product quality and performance by identifying and solving problems, developing new ideas through technical consulting, and providing the testing excellence needed to certify and improve the performance of your product.
I think the key thing here in attacking the epidemic and containing it is our continued research and development over here at NJMet. We continue to go out and educate our customers of new developments, and then our diversified engineering consultation team takes each project, looks at it, and gives the best recommendation to each and every single customer as to where to go forward, how to test the components. And that's been the biggest asset to them and to the future of our growth in this program.
For 21st Century Business, I'm Corey Brand reporting.
Giacomo, give us some history. You started this laboratory years ago. How'd you do it?
Well, we started in 1978, which is almost 31 years now, because it was in September. And yet that goes to September. And we were three people get together. There was an engineer, there was a salesman, and me, which I help them out to get in business. That's how we started.
Fantastic.
And we started with 2,000 square feet. The first year. The second year we went into 4,000 square feet, and then the third year we went into 6,000 square feet.
Wow,
okay?
Pretty good growth.
Yes. So after the 4 or 5 years, we had to move, so we moved to the facility that we have now in Clifton, New Jersey. Yeah.
Now, Joseph, you became director of NJMet in 1999, and in 3 years, you managed to expand this company all over the world. How'd you do that?
Well, when I first took over the responsibility of director, I thought it would be paramount to put a total quality system together. And in our industry, and as well as many industries, I went for a certification called ISO 9002. Mm-hmm. And what it is a total quality system of organization from process to process and management. And we further expanded by doing an AS 9100 certification. And suddenly, before we knew it, we were dealing with the military, aerospace, and their distributors all over the world.
Giacomo, how did the counterfeit components program come about?
We was foreseen to find out why, because we were doing a lot of testing, and we had a complication in which the parts that would work in our facility, and they would go to the custom. And then later on, they said, well, the parts, they don't work no more. So we told them to send the parts back. So we put them into the machine, they come and verify, and it was working. So therefore, we investigated a little further. And we started taking the X-ray. Then it was that much. And then we started opening up the component, which we take the top off, and you look inside to see if the die is right. And we started to find out that sometimes there's a mother roll on the top, and the inside is a different die.
Joseph, tell us about the counterfeit testing process itself. What do you look for?
Well, the whole process starts at the very beginning with shipping. Once the product hits our dock, we look at any evidences of counterfeit labels, evidence of denting. When we open up the package, we look for such evidence as styrofoam, scotch tape, rubber bands, evidences that show us that the product wasn't wrapped properly. And then we look for evidence of suspect marking. Sometimes these logos on the devices don't actually look like the manufacturer's logos. And hopefully the objective here is not to find a counterfeit. We hope we have an authentic unit. But that's when we go into the other tests, such as X-ray, internal visual analysis, and then the materials analysis, which really finalizes knowing whether it's authentic or not.
What are your plans for the future as we try to conquer this epidemic of counterfeit electronics components?
It's almost like any epidemic: research and sustainment. If you can actually try to contain this epidemic by doing the testing, or at least checking out the products, doing the proper paperwork, I think we can get our hands around this.
Terrific. Well, thanks to both of you, Giacomo, and to you, Joseph, for opening our eyes to the dangers we really all face from these counterfeit electronics. Your work's amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. For 21st Century Business, I'm Jackie Bales.